Hello, in this video let us discuss chemical properties of halogens. So before going to the chemical properties, one thing we have to get the clarity. What is that? Reactivity order of halogens. So what happens? Reactivity decreases from top to bottom. That means F2, fluorine is highly reactive and iodine is less reactive. So like that, reactivity decreases from F2 to I2. Okay, that we have to get the clear. Okay, then first reaction with hydrogen. So when hydrogen treated with fluorine, as it is having high reactivity, even in the dark we can get which one? 2HF. And as reactivity decreases, chlorine reacts in the presence of sunlight to give HCl, and bromine react with hydrogen to give 2HBr, but here we have to use some heat energy. And if you come to iodine, this is much less reactive, so we need heat energy and also a catalyst to get which one here? 2Hi. So the trend indicating the decrease in reactivity of halogens from F2 to which one? I2. Okay, these are called which one here? Hydrogen halides or hydrohalic acids. And now here the stability order of those halides. What is the stability order? HF greater than HCl greater than HBr greater than HI. And then order of acidic and reducing nature. Order of acidic and reducing nature controversial to this. That means HI greater than HBr greater than HCl greater than HF. So HI is a strong acid and strong reducing agent comparatively with remaining hydrohalides. Okay, this is reactivity with which one? Hydrogen. Now let us go for reaction with water. So what are the products of halogens when treated with water? Let us see here. So first, fluorine when treated with water, we get a mixture of ozonized oxygen. That means here sometimes we may get oxygen, sometimes we may get ozone. So now to get oxygen here, 2O2, of course we have to write here 2F2, we get which one? 4HF plus oxygen. And sometimes that may give ozone as a product, 3H2O. Now we get 6HF plus ozone. So like that, fluorine when react with water, we get a mixture of ozone and oxygen. That means we can get ozonized oxygen. And then if you go to the reaction with chlorine, Cl2 plus H2O, we get HCl plus HOCl. This HOCl, hypochlorous acid, dissociates to give nascent oxygen, and any colored substance when take that nascent oxygen, that becomes which one here? Colorless. So this is known as bleaching action. So moisture chlorine or chlorine in presence of moisture act as a bleaching agent by which property? Means oxidation property, because by the addition of nascent oxygen we are observing this bleaching action. So we have to compare with sulfur dioxide. Moisture sulfur dioxide also act as bleaching agent but by reduction property. And here moisture chlorine also act as a bleaching agent but by which property means oxidation property. So this is the difference between bleaching action of SO2, moisture SO2 and moisture chlorine. And one more important thing here, if iodine react with water, of course we may get Hi plus HiO3. But delta G for this reaction is positive. Delta G positive means this reaction is non-spontaneous. So this is the information regarding which one here, reaction of halogens with water. Okay, then reaction with metals. How that halogens react with metals, let us see here. Metals means what are the examples? Alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, and transition metals, etc. And in this one important note, fluorine reacts even with noble metals also. Fluorine react even with noble metals like platinum and aurum. By the reaction of fluorine with platinum, we get PTFO4, platinum tetrafluoride. So even with noble metals also fluorine will react and give the products. But reaction of fluorine with copper and mercury is not much possible, because initially fluorine react with these two metals and forms fluoride layer. Due to the formation of fluoride layer, further reaction has been stopped. That means that enter into passive state. So that is one important point regarding reaction of fluorine with copper and mercury. And other halogens do not react with noble metals. Of course, they react with other metals but with a slow rate. And another important thing here, if you consider halogen reaction with any metal, mostly they will give which one means higher oxidation state to products. That means here iron plus chlorine, two products we know, ferrous chloride, ferric chloride. But chlorine always give as a major product, which one means ferric chloride. This is the major product we are getting. That means high oxidation state compounds are produced by the halogens with reaction of which one metals. Okay, this is important thing we have to remember. Then reaction with non-metals. Now halogens react with non-metals also. So what are the reactions? Let us see here. Among the halogens, only fluorine can react directly with carbon and form CF4. Other halogens do not react directly with carbon. Only that possible for fluorine, F2. Okay, then sulfur plus fluorine, what we can get here, SF4. If we use excess amount of fluorine, what is the product means SF6, and sulfur react with chlorine to give S2Cl2. Again on reaction with chlorine we get SCl2. And one more important thing, there is no reaction of iodine with sulfur. There is no reaction of iodine with sulfur. And phosphorus react with chlorine, produces PCl3 and also PCl5. If excess amount of chlorine we used, we can get which one means PCl5. So these are the reactions of halogens with non-metals. Okay, then after that, reaction with which one, NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So two type of reactions are there. First one is with cold and dilute NaOH. Second one is with hot and concentrated NaOH. So listen here. Fluorine when treated with cold and dilute NaOH. What are the products? NaF plus H2O plus OF2. But when fluorine reacts with hot and concentrated NaOH, first two products are same, but instead of OF2 we get oxygen. This is the question we get in competitive exams. So fluorine when treated with cold and dilute NaOH, what is the major product? Main product means here OF2. But when that fluorine reacts with hot and concentrated NaOH, instead of OF2 we can get which one means oxygen gas. And come to other halogens and other except fluorine other halogens when treated with cold dilute NaOH, products are sodium halide and sodium hypohalite and H2O. When other halogens treated with hot and concentrated NaOH, NaX is common, but instead of sodium hypohalite, we get sodium halite. So NaXO3, sodium halate plus H2O. So one example, let us see here. Reaction of chlorine with cold and dilute NaOH, hot and concentrated NaOH. So chlorine plus 2NaOH, cold dilute NaOH. What are the products? NaCl plus sodium hypochlorite plus water. And when chlorine react with hot and concentrated NaOH, we get NaCl plus NaClO3, sodium chlorate plus H2O. So these are the reactions of halogens with which one? NaOH. And another one with calcium hydroxide also. So with calcium hydroxide means what? That is slaked lime. With slaked lime, chlorine will give which one means bleaching powder. So see here the reaction. CaOH taken twice plus chlorine. What we can get? CaOCl2 plus H2O. So CaOCl2 is known as which one? Bleaching powder. So now here this is the reaction of chlorine with which one? That slaked lime. Okay, these are the reactions of halogens with which one? Alkali. And another thing is there, reaction with which one? Ammonia. Reaction with ammonia. In this also two conditions are there. First one is reaction with excess of ammonia, and another one reaction with excess of halogen. So now first NH3 plus fluorine. If you consider excess amount of which one here? Ammonia. If you have excess amount of ammonia, what are the products means here? N2 plus HF. But if excess amount of fluorine is used, NH3 plus fluorine if present in excess amount, we can get NF3 plus which one? HF. And similarly other halogen reaction also we have to see with ammonia. Let us go for chlorine. NH3 when treated with excess amount of chlorine, what are the products? NCl3 plus 3HCl. NCl3 is highly explosive in nature, nitrogen trichloride. But excess of ammonia, when we have taken excess of ammonia, what are the products? Means we get N2 plus 6NH4Cl. So these are the reactions of halogens with which one means ammonia. Okay, then after that, which one here? Oxidizing properties. Already we know that halogens are having oxidizing power, and F2 fluorine is having strong oxidizing power. Okay, now here if you consider potassium hydrogen sulfate, this is oxidized by fluorine, and what we can get K2S2O8, and hydrogen plus fluorine will give which one? 2HF. So like this, fluorine oxidizes KHSO4 to K2S2O8, and similarly here H2S when treated with Cl2, we get sulfur plus 2HCl. That means H2S is oxidized to sulfur with which one? Chlorine. So these are the oxidizing properties of halogens. Okay, then some halogens can participate in which one? Addition reactions, especially chlorine. Chlorine combined with carbon monoxide and produces COCl2. COCl2 is known as carbonyl chloride or phosgene. Okay, then another addition product here, 2NO plus Cl2, we get 2NOCl, nitrosyl chloride. So chlorine react with nitric oxide to give nitrosyl chloride. SO2 plus Cl2, we get SO2Cl2, sulfuryl chloride. So these three reactions are examples of which one? Addition reactions. So these are some reactions of which one? Halogens. Okay, then chlorine may undergo, that means halogens may show substitution reactions and addition reactions also with organic compounds. So example here, benzene when treated with chlorine in presence of FeCl3 catalyst, we get which one? Chlorobenzene. So this is which one? Substitution reaction of halogen. And sometimes they may show addition reactions also. For example, ethylene when treated with chlorine, we get which one here? 1,2 dichloroethane. So these are the chemical properties of which one? Halogens. Okay, in our next video, let us discuss preparation methods of chlorine and other properties of chlorine. Okay, bye.